How is everyone? Oh, there's a lot of you. Oh, why did I agree to do this? Oh, because I can't afford therapy. That's it. You guys all look really, really nice, so you'll keep my secrets, right? Yeah. Okay, right, so let's start again. Okay. Hello, I'm Stephanie. Dr. Stephanie, if you're nasty. Yes, I finished my PhD a few years ago, and now I work as a research associate at Strathclyde University. I stayed. I must be mad. Yeah, my PhD was in chemistry. Yeah, when I say that back home, the response I tend to get is, "Ooh, you must be clever." Well, I hate to shatter all of your misconceptions, but to finish a PhD, you don't need to be clever. No, what you need to be is persistent. And experimental science in particular, you need to be okay with soul-destroying failure. If you don't have an anxiety disorder by the end of your second year, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, so that was a bit grim. So what I actually mean is, okay, so when life gives you lemons, you want to make lemonade. But you're very busy, so by the time you get around to doing it, the lemons are actually moldy. But, you know, you do it anyway because you're persistent. Yeah, but you make sure that you meticulously document everything you did so you can write it up and publish it in an international peer-reviewed journal. Yeah, that's scientific academia in a nutshell. Yes, my background is in blue skies research. That's a really nice way of saying useless research. Yeah, my experiments were so useless, I had to do them in a little box which had no traces of air in it at all. If these chemicals were exposed to air, they would catch fire and burn the building down like in St Andrews, or yeah, or they would just randomly explode, which doesn't look good for the university, let's face it. So I think not being able to happen in air is the epitome of useless chemistry. But 52% of you will be happy to know that that project was funded by the European Commission, so I wasted their money and not your precious taxes. Don't worry. Yeah. So my PhD wasn't Strathclyde. It was at a particularly wanky university. I think you can guess what I mean by that. Yeah, the kind of place that says things to you like, all you need to write on your CV is that you attended this institution and job offers will just fall from the sky into your lap. Yeah, that's complete bullshit. That's not true. You still spend hours and hours filling out those stupid online forms over and over, and then you finally get an interview and you get rejected from Primark. I'm not fit at all. The whole time I was there, I felt like I didn't fit in. Well, no, that's not what I mean. This accent didn't fit in. I mean, when was the last time you heard someone from the northeast of England be portrayed as intellectual? Right? I mean, being regional works for Brian Cox when he says stuff like, every carbon atom of every living thing was produced at the heart of a dying star. Inspirational when he says it, I just sound like I'm having an aneurysm. Yeah, so during my PhD, I basically lost my accent entirely because I thought that's what I had to do to be successful. I mean, how sad is that, right? Yeah, I mean, if you want to know what I sounded like before my accent got watered down, I was in the same class at school as Charlotte Crosby from Geordie Shore. Yeah, not a joke, that's true. I mean, we ran in very different circles. I mean, she's on TV bleaching her arsehole for views, and I'm not going to do that. Although I do have access to industrial strength bleach, so I mean, you never know, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm doing pretty well. I haven't punched a police horse in a while. Yeah. I was trying my best to fit in, you know. I learned what an avocado was. I learned about the existence of courgette. I learned that good wine comes from a bottle and not from a box. Right? I even learned to bloody ski. Do you know how hard it is for a Geordie to learn to ski? You have to wear a coat. It's very distressing. Yeah, so I'm legit now, right? And I had to give a presentation to the entire department, the first time I'd ever spoken in front of a large group of people, right? And I'm sorry, but I fucking smashed it, right? It went exactly how I practiced. I answered all of the questions flawlessly, and I was so happy at the end when you go out to get coffee and everyone's congratulating you. And then the head of our section came up to me and in front of about 10 of my peers and a handful of academics said, "Is your accent for effect? Or for sympathy?" I know! He actually said that and I just stood there like, I don't know. And then after that, I found out that all the other PhD researchers had this little secret game they would play where they would try and get me to say words that they thought sounded funny in my accent. And there was points. So, for an everyday word like cappuccino, that's 1 point. So I don't have a car, so the word petrol is a bit more obscure, so that's 3 points, right? You get extra points if it's a science word, like bigger, or antibiotics. It's hard enough wearing a lab coat every day, but knowing that your colleagues are getting these secret points whenever you put it on the coat hook, it just adds to the anxiety disorder, And all of this in a university which at the time had an Athena Swan Gold Award for its services to women, diversity and inclusion. Yeah, they don't have that anymore. Yeah, but I'll let you into a little secret. The experiments, they really don't care how you speak, because they can't hear you because there's no air there. Thank you.